Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Maddagunkscott City Council meeting for April 2018. I'm Hampus Grosvich. I'm in charge of security tonight. Normally I wear a security vest, and it makes me very easy to notice. And I'll stand in the corner in a bright orange vest. It was stolen, which is very unfortunate. So I will still be there. You will still be safe. You're just not going to notice me. Let's see, there's an update on the Howley Public Library. You may notice that we're back in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in 40 Prospect Street at the small theater. Normally we would have these meetings at the Howley Public Library. The black mold that has been a problem since November of last year has been solved. They beat it. They defeated the black mold, yes. But the radon leak that appeared 2 months ago, the vacuum teams have been put on hold. They've been called off because a group of local teens, inspired by Stranger Things and just doing a bunch of whippets in a parking lot, ventured into the spooky tunnels, and that cleanup is now a search and rescue. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to do this on my phone now instead of a piece of paper. Doors. We got security doors. There are 3 on this wall, the back, the sides, the front. They all lead to alleys. That door is great. That leads to like a bathroom and a bar in the front door. So please, anytime during the meeting, you can just feel free to use the door to go anywhere. Just be respectful. Citizens that get called up, you're going to get 5 minutes. I will be in charge of time. I'll let you know when you're like coming up on 4 minutes. At 5, I might have to remove you from the stage. And then last but not least, we have Noah in the booth. You may notice, yes, Noah is our most famous citizen because Noah was on Impractical Jokers episode number 41. Yeah, you see his face? So he was on episode 41 when he lost 2 challenges and he had to reach into a big pile of elephant poop to get his grandfather's watch, and then it cuts to Noah and he's do the face you did on that show when he was reaching in the poop. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's so funny. So normally we have Kat, IT extraordinaire, helping us, but she's back in jail. She's in jail again. That's the 2nd time this year, 3rd time since she's been here. You know what, counselors? That's it.
That's it.
I'm handing it over.
Thank you very
much.
Can we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated. This meeting of the Maddagunkscott City Council, April 14th, 2018, is now called to order. First things first, I'll take a roll of attendance. Meredith Cox, Superintendent.
Here, and I would just like to add that you can send all of your children back to the high school. We've removed the raccoon latrine from the girls' locker room, so just send your students back. The last case of rabies was 30 days ago. Send your students back. Please send your students back.
Great. Great. She's here. She is here. Councilman Mitchards.
Present.
Councilman Wilson Hayes. Present. Hampus Grosvich, Security Guard.
Yeah, present.
Bernadette Marie Boudreau, Council Minute Taker. Here. Great. Okay, and Mayor Joseph Cups. Not even going to bother uttering his name one more time. Great. Is there a motion to approve the attendance record for this meeting?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second? Motion to approve. The attendance has now been approved for this meeting. Next up will be a recap of the last session's minutes. Ms. Bernadette Marie Boudreau, if you want to give us a recap of the last session.
Over the last month, my sister Renee and I started taking a sassy jazz class at YMCA, and we're currently learning a routine to Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. It's made me feel quite good.
And any city matters that you want to bring up at all from the last meeting?
The YMCA has cleaner towels than I would have imagined.
That's good to know. That is good to know. Great. Cleaner towels. Is there a motion to approve these cleaner towels as part of the minutes of the last session's meeting? Motion to approve? Is there a second?
Second.
Right, these minutes are approved. Great. Now,
would just like to make a minor note to the change in my appearance since the last meeting. You may notice I'm now wearing glasses. A minor incident with a home laser kit resulted in me dropping from a 20/20 vision to a 17/16 vision. And that is the reason for the change in my appearance. My optometrist has assured me that there's no greater risk to my vision going forward, but I am now wearing glasses.
Thank you, Counselor. If there's anyone on the side, please feel free to walk over this side if you need a seat, anything like that. There's some chairs over here. You obviously don't want to inconvenience anyone. This is a public meeting, so please feel free to walk in the front. This is for you. Thank you. I may notice I'm a little on edge. That's because some of you may or may not have heard, because I did send out an email earlier, that my 2002 Outstanding Citizen of the Year Award for Maddagunkscott, New Hampshire has gone missing. I keep it on the mantelpiece in my home over the fire, and it is gone missing. I don't know where it is. Now, it doesn't look like anyone broke into my house. I checked all the windows and the doors, but it is nowhere to be found. So the police have been alerted, and we are on the lookout for who may have done it, okay? And I am not lost on this note that was left on this table before this meeting. You are a turd bucket! You are a turd bucket! Someone is out to get me? Someone is out to get me, and I am not lost on that.
Should I pass that around?
Oh yeah, do what you want with it.
As a public official, I would just like to state that is not part of the record. You are not actually a turd bucket, and that your award is still been awarded to you despite loss of the
2002.
It was a great
Live
year.
in the old home.
Sorry.
Thank you. I used up my announcement at the introduction. I'm so sorry, but I guess just send your kids back. The high school is totally fine. And happy personal news, because that I can share that here,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Also, my youngest is now 2 and in preschool.
That's wonderful. Great.
We have a packed agenda for the rest of this meeting. We have many community members who are slated to speak before us, beginning the community session. But as well, if people need to walk in and find a chair, please do so. This is a public open meeting. There's one right there. Cable access is recording, so this is great. But first up, as part of the community feedback session, we do have our comptroller for the city. Very exciting. Who's kind of kicking off the meeting here. So we have Jeffrey Pimbley and Rutherford Barnsby of 4 Hind Lane. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you need it? Hello. It's right here. It's right here.
Fellow citizens of Maddagunkscott, my name is Rutherford Barnsby, and I am running for re-election as City Comptroller. For 45 years, I have dedicated my life to ensuring the financial stability of our great city. Though I am again running unopposed, I would like to take this time to remind you that there's no more, have provided public service to the city for 45 years, point to floor. As comptroller, I have audited all of the city's financial transaction, raise finger. I spent countless hours poring over every single piece of financial information the town generates. Once again, though I am running unopposed, I will work tirelessly to earn the position that I have spent 45 years of my life dedicating myself to. But do not simply elect me, point to self, to this position because I am the only choice. Vote for me. Which one?
This one.
Okay. I am just like every one of you. Point at crowd. I go to every single sporting event that I remember about, which is very few. When I do, I cheer for the team unless I fall asleep like I always do. I am often seen at the local grocer's, the Big Y, purchasing only saltines and cranberry sauce in a can. I argue with the cashier that they are my son despite evidence to the contrary. But most importantly, I am skilled at my job. I do every single calculation the old-fashioned way, by hand. The entire office is surprised I'm not using an abacus. I'm that old. I respond to all of the messages sent to the office only because I tell my assistant Jeffrey to print out every email for me. Computers are frightening to me. I handwrite my responses and tell Jeffrey to go to the post office to mail them. Obviously, Jeffrey just enters the message into an email because he is not 1,000 years old like me. Hello, you may have noticed I'm saying a lot of nonsense up here. The words I am saying are in fact that of Jeffrey's. I have no idea what I am saying. I told Jeffrey to write me a speech, and of course I did not read it ahead of time. Jeffrey slipped these clues into the speech because I, Rutherford, am grossly detrimental to our town's finances. Yes, this is Jeffrey speaking through Rutherford. For the love of God, eject me, Rutherford, from office. He is an empty shell of a man with no self-awareness. For example, raise your hand. Turn around. Turn around. Lower your hand. Raise your hand. Gesture to audience. Point at counselors. Put finger in ear. Smell finger. What was that? He literally has no idea he did any of that. At the end of this speech, he will ask me how he did. I will tell him he did good and he will believe me. Look at how little control he has. I can make him say anything. For example, I want to poop in your butthole and I want you to poop it into my butthole and we can poop it back and forth forever. Fart, 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 fart. Rutherford just said that at a government meeting and he is in charge of your tax dollars. Please eject Rutherford from office. All of his employees are scrambling to correct his errors. I am his grandson, and he demanded me be his assistant because I'm smart. I am an art student. I am also unqualified. He approved the purchase of actual drugs last month with town funds. Thank you. He is easy to manipulate and possibly no longer sentient. This election, write any other name than Rutherford Barnsby. He is running this town into financial ruin. Oh my God, please, I'm begging you. Thank you. I am Rutherford Barnsby. I look forward to another year as a public servant of Maddagunkscott. God bless. Hail Satan. Do not vote for me. Thank you.
Stirring speech, Mr. Barnsby. We look forward to many more years of service from you as a public official. Wonderful. No one will run against
He's running unopposed, so who are we supposed to write in? I don't know.
Write my name.
No.
Bernadette Mary Boudreaux for comptroller.
Do you want that job?
I don't care. I'll take it.
Great. Anyways, moving on. Our next citizen in the community feedback portion is Opal St. Clooney Mahoon from 5 Emery Street. Opal St. Clooney Mahoon.
Oh, hell, I can project. I don't need a microphone. Put up the projection. It's very important. Good evening, everyone. My name is Opal St. McClooney Mahoon, and I am one of the board members, writing secretary of the Maddagunkscott Community Players. and I'm here to promote our spring show. Next slide, please. For those uneducated who do not know, you just click each time it appears. I did effects. We were established in 1974 by Roger and Sonny Dupter, who were great citizens who brought arts to this community, where it's primarily farming and horse caca. Next. We're known for several award-winning original works, such as The Mormon Sacrifice, A Stone's Edge Upon Sacrum Bridge, and Cat's a Sequel. I'm here to tell you about our spring 2018 production, click, For All That It's Worth, an original by Opal St. Clooney Mahoon, directed by Opal St. Clooney Mahoon, choreographed by Opal St. Clooney Mahoon, and stage managed by Ryan Wu. And we will be performing next week at Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting on the 20th, at the Maddagunkscott Youth and Recreation Center. And yes, this is an original work of mine, for I discovered I did 23andMe and genealogy.com, and I found that I am a descendant of the great Tennessee Williams. And I also found out that he was a big fan of breakfast. And I am here to show my opus, and I'm going to perform a monologue from my original piece, For All It's Worth, where I am playing the title character of Mrs. Buttersworth. And I'm going to show you the pivotal scene. Will you play the faded music, please? Oh, hold on. She's barefoot in the scene because she's in her boudoir. Fade it out! Oh, Darius! I didn't expect you to come in so soon from the work. What is it, Darius? Do you not notice my fine looks tonight, Darius? Darius, why do you look at me with those crimson-covered eyes? I can see the devil in them. What? You're going out for a drink? No! This was our special night, Darius. I got all set up for you. Yes, I did cook the breakfast for tomorrow morning. I always cook the breakfast for tomorrow morning. You don't get it, do you? You never gets it. I make the breakfast every day, and every night I toil. Look at my hands. They do this for you and the babe. Yes, the babe. Yes, the babe. You don't get it, do you? Well, how about you? Will you get it when I bring out this? Your favorite? The butter? Will you get it when I open it? The butter? Like I open myself up to you? Will you get it when I call myself? Do you get it now, Darius? Do you get it now, Darius? Will you get it if I put it in my mouth? Do you get it now, Darius? Do you get it now, Darius? Darius! I don't know if you understand, but I love you. Do you love me? Am I? What do I do, Darius? What do I do? What do I do? You took me when I was 12, Darius. You took me when I was 12.
Opal, you got 30 seconds left.
I'll tell you this one thing. You walk out of that damn door, you slam that damn door shut, and you slam the years you had. And I ask you one more thing as you take those steps in your suedes. Was it Mrs. Butters worth it? That's a
our tax dollars going to arts funding, I say never question that again.
I'm gonna purchase a ticket right after this meeting. Right after. Oh, butter. I've never been a man for butter. Left your hat.
We'll back after the meeting. Yes.
Great. Up next. Okay, next, we have Vern Cardy.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay,
Hold
from
on.
65 Broad Street.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I'm coming.
Get a little slippery on your way up.
I know, be careful, there might be butter.
Oh, Vern.
Yeah, you know, been here in Maddagunkscott for a long time, and I know I don't come to the meetings very often, but I wanted to say something for the trees. Okay? They're tall. They're older than us. They're special. Magic giants. Okay? You can touch their rough barks. You can smell. You put your head in them, smell the smells. I love the trees. Now you may ask yourself, Vern, if you love the trees, why did we see you digging up the tree in front of your house that the city of Maddagunkscott planted there? Well, I'll tell you. It's because it's a piece of shit Zakova Japanese tree.
Oh my God! Language!
It's a
Oh,
endangered
excuse
tree,
me.
I'd
I'm
say.
sorry. You're right. I apologize. But this tree is made for hiding landfills or decorating strip malls. And do you know who put that tree there? Mike D. Domenico. Okay? Our county arborist and tree warden. And you know what he's about? He's about Nashua. He's about these shopping malls. He's about these outlets. Okay? All right? And he doesn't know trees. 15 years ago, we had a chance to hire a very special person to take care of the trees in Maddagunkscott. You know, a woman with a big, bright smile, leathery hands, okay, silver, gray hair, like 1,000 goats running down a mountain. Someone who loved trees, somebody who was born in this town, okay, who I loved, Addie. And now, Mike D. Domenico is rubbing it in my face that he's the tree warden
15
of our
years.
county. We could have, bitter nut ashes. We could have,
Bitter nut ashes.
just linden trees. We could have 2 giant tulip trees downtown, okay? And instead, burdened with these calorie bears. Calorie bears.
Calorie pears?
Calorie bears. These no mess, short, trunk, stubby
Oh. I can't
Trees.
no mess there, no mess. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, we appreciate you
I
listening
think that,
to us.
there's other people have brighter stories. And once you know, I'm going to send that Zakova back to Japan on my own dime.
That was it.
And I'm going to plant my own maple that I've nursed. on the ground.
You dug up a tree that was planted by Public Works?
It's in the mail.
You dug up and mailed a tree that was planted by Public Works to the country of Japan?
They'll be in Kyoto in 3 days. You know what? They don't even like them either. You know? It's a tree that the Japanese try to escape. They try to escape it. They just send them to us. Send them to us so we plant them. Commercial nurseries. Commercial nurseries.
Well, Mr. Grady,
Yeah.
Grady, if you want specific trees planted, you can always put in a formal request with City Hall. We do have a tree farm on our website. We are trying to be a tree community. You may see those signs up and about everywhere. We're only 2 years in.
All you people want is a lot of trees. Okay? It's not about a lot of trees. It's about quality of trees. Native trees.
Okay.
So there's more caterpillars. You know, Japanese tree, 10 caterpillars. Native tree, 100. And 50. And there's birds, and the birds eat them. And then the birds fly. They fly all the way to Canada. They fly all the way to Florida. And they stop in Maddagunkscott because we've got the best caterpillars. And so
I feel like I've learned something about both the Postal Service and trees.
What an interesting flight pattern for those birds. From Canada to us and then down to What an interesting path. Just zigzag across the country like that.
International.
Yeah, just all around.
All around.
I mean, we gotta have those birds.
Addie, what is she up to now? Ever since she lost out on the job, I haven't
Not
seen
sure.
her.
She was beaten up by. Anyway.
Oh, God.
she's dead.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
So,
I knew that, but I didn't want to say.
well,
Well, all right. Next up, on that note, we have Colin Parker Duncan of 6 Goat Hollow Road.
That's you. Great.
First, I wanted to thank the Zoning Commission for approving the trailer that we're going to put in our backyard that my family will live in for the next 2 years while we complete construction on our dream house. Many of you don't know me. I moved here just this past winter from New York, where my oldest daughter, Cecile, was recently expelled from her arts high school on the Upper West Side. I also have another daughter, Ophelia. They're both teenagers. I came with my wife, Georgia, as well. So I'm introducing myself to you. Thank you for being so welcoming. We were hoping to take advantage of the wholesome atmosphere here in Maddagunkscott, about which I must admit I'm having second thoughts. At this point. So while in New York, I was for 15 years an architect at J. Thomas Turner Architects. No, you can show the next slide. This is.
Can you please pronounce everything on this screen?
Absolutely. This is the Gurbanguly Berdi Muhammad Al Dow Cultural Center, which my firm received the commission for on Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. It houses the Turkmen Cultural Center, as well as all 7 of the country's broadcast TV stations, which are all also state-owned. Just an example of what my firm has done. You can show the next slide now. was very much concerned with presentation and admit I brought some of that with me here tonight.
No, this is fantastic.
We can go 2 slides forward, I believe. Since my daughter's recent run-in with disciplinary institutions, and since I left New York, I found a new enthusiasm for civic institutions and would like to declare now my willingness to provide professional skills, the professional skills I have to helping develop civic institutions in this town.
Great.
To that end, I've also been submitting proposals to other New Hampshire towns for proposed civic redevelopment projects. This is an example of one. This is a proposal I submitted for the DMV office in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. This was to be at the end of a long pier, long ocean pier. It would afford everyone the opportunity to stand outside when a line forms at 8:30 in the morning at the DMV. Would also permit perhaps young adolescent girls to think about whether they are in fact responsible enough to operate a motor vehicle as they walk to the DMV to take the driving test. We can do the next slide now.
Oh, that was less.
This is a fire station I proposed for Concord, New Hampshire. It lends itself some institutional authority from the Hanseatic Empire style. This kind of authority might help to convince teenage girls not to pull the fire alarm in order to get out of a high school test at their private high school. We can go to the next slide. This design eschews some traditional design features for sexual health centers, namely privacy, in favor of perhaps appearing as an institution that young teenage girls should be afraid to visit, and especially should not be willing to engage in sexual activities with boys 2 years their senior. Thank you. Next slide. Yeah.
Excellent white pines.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
Thank you.
This is a proposed federal detention center that I made for Laconia, New Hampshire. That's on Lake Winnipesaukee.
Fun.
This would be, I think, a nice place to visit if you were someone who perhaps had a close relative who had been sentenced to 5 to 10 years in a federal detention center. Grand Theft Auto. Go to the next slide. This is a proposal I made for a waste management division office in New Hampshire in the Department of Environmental Services. It's the kind of building that I think would give some pride to the people who worked there, especially the kind of people who perhaps could not be employed elsewhere because they had a federal conviction on their rap sheet. It's not true that this was a repurposed design originally for the Worcester Health Services. All of these, of the decisions I've received on these proposals, it's true that they've all been rejected for various impracticalities and budget overruns. But I still would like to be able to contribute to this town as I can. You can go to the next slide, Noah. I'm sorry. You might have to go a few slides.
Oh!
In my free time, my excess of free time.
Mr. Cohen, I'm sorry, you're.
Raccoons!
I'm done.
No, you can, if you want to wrap it up as quick as you can, or you can be done.
Okay.
You're over.
Yeah, just. Okay.
What is this?
I've been revisiting my computer-aided drafting skills in free time, and I did not mean to mix these
Oh,
into.
kind of a rooster.
might be a bigger footprint, but perhaps you can incorporate other elements into a library than the traditional elements. Perhaps you could add an arcade and a food court, something that might entice teenage girls to visit the library rather than get high and watch Vanderpump Rules for 4 hours. Thank you very much.
I was going to say, I would love to have him design all our PowerPoints from now on.
Yes, that's
Riveted.
fantastic.
And I think he's worried about Cecilia and Ophelia. And we're not gonna let those girls fall through the cracks of our school system.
No. Come to one of our internal council meetings. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Those little PowerPoints. Special eye on that. All right.
All right, next up then, we have citizen Wally Gunderson from 46 Everly Lane.
Wally Gunderson.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, hello, Wally.
Hey, Wally.
Hello, everyone. I'm here on behalf of Lot 18C by the Merrimack River. It has been proposed that the lot would be turned into a mall, but I would like to see it turned into a park. Because a park is more than a park, it's a home.
The green grass in the summer, the blue sky up above, the sunshine shining down on you, spreading nature's love. 'Cause a park is a place where you can go and fill up your soul. A park is more than a park, it's a home. Picnic in the springtime with the one you love. Or we could build a baseball diamond to hit your first home run. 'Cause a park is a place for everyone, where anyone can go. A park is more than a park, it's a home. In the winter, you can build a snowman. Frozen in the fall, you can jump in the leaves. In the spring, you can smell all the flowers, fresh from winter's breeze. A park is a place all seasons, where anyone could go. A park is more than a park,
It's a home.
and I know it might be lucrative to turn it into a mall. It could provide lots of jobs, raise the economy for all. And you say it will bring more people, different kinds into our town. But the park can do the same if you hear me out. Out! And at night, the sexually deviant can use the park as their home to engage in clusterfuck orgies or build a glory hole. Being used as an open-air market for the town's local drug trade. 'Cause a park is for anyone, and a park is for anything. Yes, a park is more than a park, it's a home. Ba-da-dee-da-do-do-da-do-da-do-do. Ba-ba-bo-ba-ba-bo-ba-wa-wa-ba-ba-bo-wa. So,
Oh, you want an A? Oh, we're gonna look at the
Right, the last
menu
verse had
clients.
some things.
Yeah.
Very great. The
A mall
chorus
would
is
have
wonderful.
security and lights.
What did I say?
Just the first two, I mean, bring people into the town and having a place for recreation is all a wonderful, wonderful plan. I don't know that we can use public money to build glory holes anywhere within town.
They don't have to be publicly condoned.
Okay.
There's.
First 2 verses, perfect.
Thank you. Was I singing?
Yeah, you did.
You-
You broke
You
out.
were,
into-
you were amazing.
Wonderful, I think, yeah. Absolutely great. Just,
So we'll look at sort of where we're at right now. I know we are looking for things to do at that old abandoned lot.
Sure. Right.
So
And we'll keep Park at the bottom of the list.
yeah. But thank you, Wally.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh God, no!
I was really into it until.
It got fun.
Okay.
Great. Now, next we have Roberta Muller, 27 Broadway Avenue.
Okay.
Greetings, good people of Maddagunkscott. I stand before you as a concerned citizen, specifically concerned about a threat to the very symbol of our city, the endangerment of the opossum. The word opossum hails from the Powhatan language and roughly translates to saber-toothed death mouse. Which is offensive. John Smith of Jamestown described the humble creature as a beast in bigness of a pig and in taste alike. It hath a head like a swine, tail of a rat, and spirit of a demon. Next slide. Unfortunately, many of those prejudices exist today. But we more evolved citizens of Maddagunkscott understand that all they really need is love, a quote attributed to John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Next slide. These beautiful, noble beasts are under attack by the city of Maddagunkscott, who have labeled them vermin, and animal control evicts them from their peaceful coexistence in our garbage, our sheds, and our basement.
I apologize, but this slide is very hard for me to look at. This lovely possum named Eleanor was evicted from Meredith Cox's garage. That's right, City Councilor Meredith Cox. And he was put in prison.
Taken somewhere. It was like
Prison! He's in prison.
It's like an animal shelter. It's
Next slide.
bit a kid. He bit one of my kids. What am I supposed to do? It's like bit a kid. I can't have it running around biting my kids. I hate them.
Enough from you.
Oh.
I'd like to leave you with the inspiring words of our leader, Eddie Possum, the leader of the Friends of Possums. I'm going to say what he said, and then I'll translate it into English.
That means our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter, which is from Martin Luther King Jr. Next slide. I'd like you all to join me in the Friends of Possums. Please, you can find me via electronic mail at thoughtpossums@netscape.gov. I also would prefer that you fax. I don't have a number, but if you fax it to the Staples on Main Street, I will go there and I will pick it up. Now, I highly expect this is a controversial issue, but until you respect the rights of possums,
Frankly, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to move forward as a society.
No, I think this group's a great idea. It's a great
Absolutely.
idea.
I
We
wasn't-
love possums. They're our town.
If I sound uninformed, I was not even aware it was an endangered species until right now.
No, thank you for enlightening us to this. This is we should protect them more. We should do a better job.
can I take that as a verbal commitment that you'll join FOP?
We'll have to consult with
It's a
animal
verbal consideration.
Yeah,
Of
we
joining
verbally-
very diplomatic.
verbally acknowledge our consideration of involvement in FOP pending further outreach. And
Well,
such.
I'll be chaining myself to the dumpster
What?
behind the Golden Corral. This is all. Thank you all, good
We love possums. I don't have anything against them.
Room service.
I'm sorry?
Oh, a room of service.
Room
service.
Hello, did somebody call for the room of
They
service?
have room service at the
I got the room, excuse me, I got a room service coming through.
Oh, nice.
Hello, it's me, Gelato, the Italian circus boy. Hello, I've been left in New Hampshire for so many months. It's been a very cold, not like southern Italy where I am from. I came here with the circus from Italy, and then they left me at the airport because I would not fit in the overhead carrier. They said, I'll leave them behind. But it's okay because guess what? In America, everybody loves Italian food. And I make it. Hello. My name is Gelato Ninja Turtle, the Italian Turtle. I come for Maddagunkscott, the city council, to humble myself before you and ask you, please allow me to open a restaurant. Please, I just want to wait, but I can see you're not convinced. Well, how do we know if a circus boy knows how to cook? Oh, let me tell you what my job was in the circus. Scarf eater. I ate scarves. So I know what tastes good and bad. You've got to do a lot of work to swallow a scarf. So I have prepared myself a little sampler platter for the city. Hello, my name is Gelato. Prepared myself a sampler platter for the city council so they can see what's a kind of gourmet cuisine. They could have manja after I open up my restaurant. So, would you like to see my sample platter? All right. Okay, prepare the first number one, the salad course. A native to New Hampshire, Maddagunkscott. It's a very tasty salad. You want it to try? I found this in front of my shed. Built for hot one. Huh? Would you like some? You have to eat them first. That's what we do in Italy. Okay. Yes, Mr. Help yourself. Okay, you have some salad, pretty good, local flavor, but I think this is Italian restaurant. I want to eat like the Italians do. No problemo! Oh, yummy! Oh, manja, that. Oh, it's very authentic. You know what? This is still left over from when I was in Italy. Yeah. You want some?
I'll try it.
It's a verite. Who wants some?
I'll feel for the authenticity.
It's a very sensual experience to eat pasta with your fingers. You know, they say that the impoverished do it because they have no other way, and that's why but it's very nice. You want to... Ooh, la la! Come to Gelato's kitchen. You never know what you're going to see. Okay.
I'll be coming back for a second.
I feel sated, but I want a dessert.
Oh.
No fear. Oh, that was the salad. I'll never fear. It's a jello. Get these out of here. Excuse me. The jello? You have it in America? In Italy, we get it from the sphincter of a horse. Here, I'll get rid of Mister, you put this on a plate. Thank you. I like it. It's a very authentic. They come right from the horse's sphincter.
It's fresh.
Oh, it's a very fresh. Yes, I my own horse. You want some?
Yeah.
You want some? My friend. When the one person eats the jello and then you eat it, we call that the Sicilian kiss. Okay, you're pretty convinced, right? But salad, pasta, jello. How is this different from any other Italian restaurant? Don't worry. This is an authentic fusion restaurant of half Italy, half Maddagunkscott. So I prepare for the crown dish. I prepare the Maddagunkscott possum, the town animal. I stew it and... Oh no, trust me, it is a very humane. If you boil a possum alive, it does not feel it. So I prepare the crown dish, a stewed possum of Maddagunkscott.
Let's have 3 cheers to Maddagunkscott! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Alright, now everybody, give me an F! Give me an A! Give me a D! Give me a D! Give me a D! Give me an A! Give me a G! Give me a U! Give me an S! Give me a C! Give me an O! Give me a D! Give me a T! What's that smell?
Mussolini! No, okay, so, that was a part of it.
Okay.
That, when you eat the possum, you boil it alive, it might not die.
Now, Gelato, I've been watching your work for a while, and it's beautiful. And I would just like to be the first person to invest in your new venture.
Oh, a very real piece of lettuce.
No. No, Gelato. This is a half-ripped dollar I found in the trash.
That's where I found all of my food.
It's yours.
Oh, wow.
You mean it?
Yes.
So what do you say?
Think about it.
Yeah!
I thank you, everybody. I come by my
Yeah,
Let me get out of here.
Oh my God. Molly, the mascot.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we have a tight schedule.
Wow, so if there's one thing we can be sure of, there's a lot of talented people in this town. Whether it's music, whether it's drama, whether it's architecture, whether it's cooking. And that's why Evelyn and I, who had a little car trouble, this May 1st at the Rec Center, we're going to be holding our first Maddagunkscott Talent. It makes more sense with the other shirt. And what we're hoping is to put together sort of a highlight reel to send to NBC so that maybe some of our local talented people can be, part of the show, right, nationwide. And so, to give you a bit of a taste, the two of us have put together something that combines Evie's, angelic singing voice, which I'm sure you've all heard, with my hip-hop freshness. Unfortunately, I got a text from her. She had some car trouble. She's going to be about 45 minutes late, so we'll come back on and do...
No.
We're on a very tight schedule. Actually, we won't.
That's all right. We'll come back tomorrow and you can see the...
No. There's no meeting tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I don't want to disappoint you folks. The show must go on. So, the 1989 hit Opposites Attract by Paula Abdul featuring Maddagunkscott. Evie has the music too, so use your imaginations. I'm MC Cat and I'm on the rap so Micah, and here's a story that you're sure to like it. Smooth and sly and playing it cool with my homegirl, Paula Abdul. She keeps it serious and I keep it light. And I party all night. We ain't gonna last. And baby, I'm fast. But when we get together, it just all works out. I take 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know, just a natural fact. We come together 'cause opposites attract. That we could be lovers. She makes the bed. She likes it clean. Baby, I get obsessed. She's got the money. I like to smoke. You know there ain't one. But when we get together, we have so much fun. I take 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know, just a natural fact. Get together 'cause opposites attract. You know it, baby. Nothing in common but this trust. I'm like a minus, she's like a plus. One going up, one coming down, but we somehow find common ground. When things go wrong, we make corrections to keep things going in the right direction. Try to fight it, I'm telling you, Jack, it's useless. Opposites attract. You and me proving everyone wrong. That don't matter 'cause we're perfectly matched. I take 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know, just a natural fact. Come together 'cause opposites attract. 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know, just a natural fact. We come together 'cause So come out me first to the left center.
I really didn't ask for this, but that's a 10 from me. 10
And a 9.5 because, you know, punctuality matters. Tell your partner that.
Thank you so much. We look forward to mathematics. Our own knowledge, so I'm so excited. So excited.
Even mine and half of it was missing.
No, I loved it.
I wouldn't have known the difference. I've never heard of that.
All right, we got next Jack Hudson. At the end of the road, it doesn't need to be public knowledge. Which one?
Should we get the lights down?
All
right. Okay. I don't have much time. I don't want anyone to panic. The ghost of Maddagunkscott is right outside this building. What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not good, okay? He wants to come in here. He wants to take over
Okay,
all of
okay.
This can't harm anyone here. This is for him.
Gun for a ghost?
Hey, it's not a gun, okay? In layman's terms, this is gonna shoot a ghost lasso. I'm gonna catch him, reel him in. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay?
Okay.
Just, okay, let me explain, all right? Okay, he's right outside this building.
Oh my God.
He's very unhappy with how you have run city council.
Oh my God.
He is strong enough where he can split himself up, take over all of you.
What?
Yes. Leave enough of you in there so you're tortured for eternity. But basically you become his little dolls. And he's got a thing for you. What? Oh, I tell you. All the things he's going to do to you. Oftentimes you can't tell that from ghosts, but he's letting me know. I've been on it for 10 years, and I can't believe I'm finally here. Okay. All right. Now, he's outside this building. I'm going to tell you one other thing, and I don't want you to panic.
Okay, well.
I want to bring him inside this room.
What? No.
Yes! Yes! Okay?
No!
If you want to live, if you don't want to become ghost puppets, I'm your only shot, okay? And I need him in here. I need a clean shot at him. Okay? Hey.
He probably took my award. Oh.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he probably did. There's a very strong chance he did that. Okay? Now, do you trust me? Okay?
Yes.
You have to, because I'm your only shot, okay? Now, all of us in this room are in danger, but mainly them. Okay? Okay, all right. Now, I need everyone to work together. So, first of all, you know how when you take a cold sip of water on a warm day, and it's very refreshing, and you go, ah. I need everyone to do that on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. And one more time. Oh, shit! Okay, he's here! It's fine! It's fine! Okay. You son of a bitch!
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay, see, there's a common misconception about ghosts. You know, people wonder, what do they miss the most? Okay, people think it's sexual. It's not. It's not sexual. Oh, they miss the sweet taste of food and water. So all of a sudden we whet his appetite a little bit. Okay. Now I need everybody to step to. I need everyone to stomp their feet 4 times and whisper, "We hope you have an appetite." Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. We hope you have an appetite. 1, 2, 3. We hope you have an appetite. That's good. Keep going. We hope you have an appetite. I am real man. We hope you have an appetite. I'm going to take a shot, but he's strong, okay? We hope you have an appetite. He's going to pull me in. I need you to pull me back. We hope you have an appetite. There you go. That's good. That's good. We hope you have an appetite. Ah, you're hungry! We hope you have an appetite. We hope you have an appetite. We hope you have an appetite. Hold on. He's making a request. Counselor, I didn't expect this. But what I need you to do is I need you to stand up right now.
All of us?
No, just him.
Okay.
Okay? All right, now when I say so, we're going to resume what we were just doing, okay? He wants you to dance like a little sexy boy. Like a little sexy boy. I don't know what that means.
How does a little sexy boy dance?
Whatever that means to you, okay? Whoever's making the lights go, can you make some music, please?
Yo, we got a minute to catch this ghost.
Okay, that's fine. I've got it, all right? Little music. Everyone keep stomping their feet saying, "We hope you have an appetite." We hope you have an appetite. A little louder. We hope you have an appetite. A little louder. Keep working. We need more, counselor. We hope you have an appetite. We hope you have an appetite. We hope you have an appetite. We hope you have an appetite.
I don't want to die.
We hope you have an appetite. Come on, keep going! Did you get him? I got him! Pull the gun! Pull the gun! Did you get him? I got him! You're done, you son of a bitch! Oh my God.
Yes!
You okay?
I can't go full speed. I'm not a...
Is he breathing? Is he okay?
He's gone. He's gone. The city's safe.
You got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Is he gonna keep doing that? I think he's breathing. He's breathing. If we have to, we can just leave him there and we'll do this.
See, how are we on time, Hippus?
We gotta go.
We have one more. We have one more person call up. So if you just want to walk over the body.
I take them before my restaurant.
Thank you, Joe.
Next, we have lastly Jasper Lundgren. Yep, 138.
Maple Terrace. Yep. Is he okay?
He's breathing. Alright, Jasper, you're gonna have to.
Oh my
God! You get very narrow. Just watch your step.
Sorry, I'm used to adversity.
Oh my God!
I was hoping to go first for obvious reasons.
You've done the right thing by leaving it in.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
What I have to say is more important than whatever you think I'm going to talk about. Can we turn on the music? Thank you. Flowers. Flowers. I know as you florist you think, of course he's going to talk about flowers. Flowers are important. Community is important. Community gardens are what make a community. That's why I'm proposing that we set up funds for a 5th community garden in Maddagunkscott. I know what you're saying. We already have 4. And at most it's a 20-minute walk from the farthest reaches of this town. But I say to you, is our carbon footprint worth the 5th community garden? I don't deal with rhetorical questions. I would like an answer to my question. I waited for 3 hours back there.
Is our carbon footprint worth a 5th community garden?
That was the question.
Is a community garden better or worse for our carbon footprint?
It is not. I will keep going.
Do you want to sit and do this?
No, I'm fine. Fun fact. Food purchased at stores have to travel 7 to 14 days, and half of it spoils before it gets there. Do you know how much food spoils at a community garden? It's not a rhetorical. Oh, cinnamon cakes.
Should we call an ambulance?
No, I'm fine. Some people obviously don't want a community garden. Kyle Moschini thinks it's a waste of time. Kenichi Shinoda of the Yakuza. Didn't want me to be here today. I'm sorry, that's not related. Hey, fun fact. A community garden provides how many of these fun options? Employment, education, entrepreneurship.
All.
Oh boy.
We can call someone.
You can't take it out. There's poison in the barbs. In fact, the only thing that's holding my heart together right now
Is the knife.
that was yeah. Fun, yes. I caught it. Community garden is also a great experience for exercise and getting to know your neighbors. For instance, I didn't know one of my neighbors had an affinity for plants like I do.
You tell him.
I wish you didn't send it to Japan. They're not to be trusted.
The Yakuza.
Yes, the Yakuza! 15 years ago, I was there for the Flower Fester at Surama Park. I
Maddagunkscott, Japan. A man fell into a reflecting pool. I picked him up. He thought he had drowned. For repayment, he brought me to his home. We ate sake for one glass, and then he revealed that he was Kenichi Shinoda, head boss of the Yakuza. He made me his foster child. I was in charge of disaster relief. Did you know the Yakuza actually give a lot to the community? Whenever there's an earthquake, the Yakuza are there.
Now we do. Now we do.
Did you know that Kenichi is very fond of his peace lily, but he overwaters it? Did you know if you tell him that he overwaters it, he requests something called Yabuchi-sama, which is where he asks you to cut off a part of your finger as an apology.
No.
What was that?
What's your other hand look like?
I refuse. A few thousand neck chops later, I was on a boat to Maddagunkscott. And I decided when I saw this town that there were not enough community gardens, so I said, I will devote myself to filming flowers, slowly. It took me 10 years to learn how to play piano. And synth violin. If I didn't have fingers, yes! You can talk to me! You won't be able to tell me this later.
So you got a minute left?
I have exactly a minute.
Now, 55 seconds.
I posted this on YouTube for comments. You must have seen it and you jumped to me in the parking lot. I was able to take him out, but not before. Well, you know. So I come here asking, can we have a 5th community garden, even though it would most surely take away funds from schools, hospital, and roads? Keep in mind, I've been in the back for 3 hours.
Oh my god, yeah, he has. This could look really bad.
It could look really. Oh!
The garden is kind of black and dark. While he wanted, yes.
I mean, I'm not a gardener, but I can help draw. I can render the community.
Would you make a
garden.
PowerPoint? Would you make
Yes,
a
I can do
PowerPoint?
that.
We'll get a draft out to you by Monday, if that works.
I won't.
Yeah.
We're gonna don't lean into it.
Oh!
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
I have some elm trees for the garden.
And I can plant a pasta.
I can trick this old idiot into giving you more money.
Okay, I was sincere. I can draw it. Yeah.
Were all those other jokes?
No.
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 Okay, my bad.
We're gonna
I'm
make
new.
this happen. Okay. Yes.
Would you make a song?
Yeah.
We can still have deviant sex acts after hours if that helps.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, well then I'd like to call a motion then to commemorate a 5th community garden in memoriam of Jasper Lundgren. We'll appropriate that later. We'll talk to so motion to.
Oh, Jesus. I second.
Do it quickly!
I second. I third.
Motion passes.
It passes.
Jasper Lundgren Community Garden.
Community garden.
5th community garden.
Oh, we got another one. We got another one.
Guys, hope you have an appetite.
The ghost.
No, the ghost is God.
Oh, we lost 2
That
of
was.
them.
All right.
Okay. Thank you all. For what a riveting meeting.
I will move his arm so no one is stepping.
Bernadette, would you like to give us sort of a recap of this session's meeting?
There's a lot of death and a lot of plant talk, but I noticed that the Planned Parenthood looked like Epcot, where no teenage girl wants to go. I'm pretty sure that woman takes orders from possums.
Okay.
Great. Motion to approve minutes.
Second, third. All right, the minutes are approved for the community feedback session. I want to thank you all for coming to this April session of the Maddagunkscott City Council. Our next meeting will be on May 12th at 7 p.m. right here, so Hopefully we'll see you next month, and that dumb ghost is gone. That's a goodbye award.
I didn't know what a sexy boy dance was.
Very sexy. Very
So
sexy.
thank you all for coming out tonight, and we hope to see you at our next meeting.
Meeting is adjourned.
If you can avoid the bodies, they might be needed for evidence. I don't want to touch it. Don't touch it.
Oh, I was holding it. I was holding it.
I know, I don't want you to step on the hole. There's a guy playing.
We got something good. We got